There's three key components that you need to have in your agency in order to sign your first client. So the number one thing that you're going to need is a list of businesses that are actually making a good amount of money. And the reason why I say this, guys, is because you want to have a business that actually is doing money, because that proves that they're in a position that they can actually spend money to make more money. So guys, in my experience, when you start out with, or when you try to get clients that are just basically a startup business at this point, and they don't have any foundations behind them, guys, it's very hard to get these guys to buy in with what you're saying, because there's a money problem that comes up every single time when you're having these calls with them. When you get them on a sales call, there's always a money issue that comes up. So what I'll say, it is very easy to get them intrigued and get them on a call when you tell them that you can bring their business from point A to point B in a certain amount of time, and the exact method that you use to get to that point for their company. That intrigues them a lot to want to get on a call. But then when they get on the call, you go through everything and their eyes light up. They're just very interested. They want your services. They need them now. But then when you get to the pricing point, it's always a problem, guys. Even in my experiences running, even when I've used the offer of a free trial, guys, it's still not guaranteed that you're going to get them as a client. It's very hard to even sign them, because as soon as they start hearing that money, the money comes up in their head, and they start coming up with objections, and basically they start doubting themselves. And that's one of the reasons why these companies are still not making any money at this point, because they're not willing to take a risk to grow their business to where they want to get to. It takes a risk to grow your company. You're going to have to take risks to grow your company to where you want it to be. And a lot of these, I hate to say it, guys, but a lot of business owners are pretty lazy, is what I've come to realize. So they want everything done for them, but they don't want to have to put in any work, and they don't want to have to spend any money, which it basically doesn't make any sense at all. It's pretty much like they want a God to come and save them. So it's like, guys, you're not God. So your agency's there to help them if they put in work as well. That's the only way you're going to be able to get them results. So in that case, that's why I say you need to find companies that are making more money than a lot of other companies, because in my experience, companies that are making 6 figures a year or even 6 figures per month, I've had the best success with them, because they hear what our offer is. They see what we can actually do to help them gain even more customers for their business. And that just clicks in their head, and they're like, yeah, like, because these people are used to taking risks. That's how they built their company up in the first place. So when they hear something new that can actually take them to where they want to go, that's the point where you're going to sign clients. So guys, with the people making more money, and these companies are the ones that have signed with me the most. And like I said, guys, they're not playing around. They're trying to get this done now. So they want to see results, and that's going to make them want to sign with you. So guys, the second thing that you need is a good offer. And like I said before, free trial offer is not a guarantee that you're going to get a bunch of clients every single month. Guys, I've used free trial, and I've still struggled. Even though I've signed them on board with the free trial, it's still a struggle to even get them to that point, because a lot of the people that do want to sign are people, like I explained from the first point, is people that aren't making that much money, and therefore they aren't going to be a good client to work with, guys. So you're either going to lose them right away, or you're going to have issues with them at some point, because the main reason why they're pretty much getting on the free trial with you is because they hear free. They don't want to spend any money, and they're not willing to put in any work to build themselves up. So guys, at the end of the month, when it's time to pay for the next month, more than likely they're just going to bail out. Not saying that's always the case, because you do get some that you deliver them results that they didn't know were even possible for their business within a month, and they're going to stay with you. And that's the hope, guys. But for this particular video, I'm telling you guys, I don't want to see you using the free trial method, because I want you to have such a good offer that companies with money are actually going to invest that money with you right away up front, because you're basically working to provide them, you're basically bringing them clients every single month. So guys, what you want to do for your offer is you want to give them something that they're lacking in their business. That's the number one way you're going to get these people to convert to clients. You need to find their pain points, and you need to center your offer around that. And at that point, they're going to be like, hey, this is what I'm looking for. I have this set up in my business. I have this set up in my business and this set up in my business. All I need is somebody to bring me bring me customers every single month. And that's where you step in and you bring an offer that they haven't really seen before, or even if they have seen before, you're able to actually deliver the results to them by getting them what they need. So guys, the number one thing that's gonna to force them to sign with you is you offer something that they need. If you're offering services that these company owners don't need, they're not going to sign with you no matter how good it is, because they're already going to have that set in place, guys. So the number 3 reason is we want to find a way to fulfill that offer. So the second reason was you need to find a good offer, and this reason is you need to find a way that you're going to fulfill that offer. And you can do that in 2 ways. You can do that by actually doing the services yourself and building that skill, or you can actually outsource that service and find somebody else who's already skilled in that area to fulfill the service for you. So the way that I did it was I outsourced because I didn't really have the skills to be able to provide those services, and I didn't want to take the time to actually learn how to do that, how to actually fulfill the services that I said I can offer to them. So I went and found somebody that was already doing so, guys, and that just saved me a bunch of time. I basically traded time for money. So you can do it either way. There's no right or wrong answer, but at some point you're going to have to outsource anyways, because you're going to be so once you start getting more clients, you're going to have a lot of work on your hands. So if you're doing the work to actually outreach to these companies and get them on appointments and get them on calls, and then you're actually doing the service delivery as well, it's just a lot to do, guys, when you have multiple companies that you're working with. So if you do it this way, if you outsource, you're able to actually focus a lot more on the call and closing a lot more clients, and then you can have somebody to do the service delivery for you who's probably even better than you, because there's literally people out there that are only doing the service delivery and they don't want to do the other part of the business of your agency. So that's where the 2 and 2 go together, and I mean that's what I've had the best results with. But either way, you need to find a way to fulfill that offer. And when you put those 3 points together, making a list of businesses that are actually good leads, not any bad leads that don't have money, and you have a good offer, finding something that the company lacks, and then you actually find a way to fulfill that offer, guys, when you put that together, ta-da, you have a client. That's all you have to do. I know I make it sound simple, but at the end of the day, it's literally that simple. There's small things that come up along the way, but in the broad of things, that's pretty much what you have to do. You have to follow those 3 steps. And once you figure out the formula to provide to get those 3 steps done for your agency, you're going to sign clients, and you're also going to keep these clients. Because like I said, when you find a way to fulfill your offer and your services that you provide to these companies, it's actually going to bring them results. It's not just something that's made up. We don't go out and make up an offer saying we can do this, and then we're not actually able to provide that and actually deliver on what we said we can do. We want to have something that we can know we can work towards, and when we fulfill that for these companies, guys, they're going to be so happy, and they're going to stay with you for as long as you deliver them results. That could be 3 months, that could be like 6 months or more, guys. And this is the number one thing you have to know, is that you're providing value to another business. Pretty much, they're not giving you money just to try. They want results right away. So when you figure out how to deliver these services, you're gonna make as much money as you possibly can, guys. So that's just a little tip of advice that I wanted to offer you guys. And go follow me on Instagram, and I'll be back with more videos.